Hi, I'm Tom. Thanks again for joining us for our Ask Tom video series. Today we're going to be talking about the presidential election and the effect it may have on the stock market and your money. So far, 2020 has been quite a year. I can't remember any year like it, and I really, quite frankly, wouldn't be too upset if we don't have any more like it in the future. But I've been asked a lot of questions recently about the volatility in the market, and certainly we've had to deal with the pandemic. We've had to deal with protests and civil unrest and all kinds of other problems in the country, obviously, and this all in the middle of an election year. So the questions that I've received really pertain to the election and what impact it may have on how the markets react and what that's going to mean for your money and your finances and your investment strategy. So I'm going to try to keep this as non-political, apolitical as possible, because this really doesn't have to be about politics. See, here's the thing about Wall Street. It's not red, it's not blue, but it's very green. They care about money. And I'm going to try to break that down just a little bit today. This is a big topic. There's a lot to unpack, and certainly I can't really address it in great detail in a short little video. So if you have more questions after watching this, you're welcome to contact me at my office or shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to have a more in-depth conversation with you about it if you'd like to do so. So obviously in November we're going to have a general election, and the stakes are quite high. Our country is very polarized, probably more so than at any time that I can remember in history. So there's a lot of emotion on both sides of the fence here, and that's going to drive a lot of things moving forward with regards to how people behave and how they react and how they vote and all those kinds of things. But here's what we need to remember. Wall Street really doesn't so much care politically about who wins and who the president is. Wall Street adapts. And Wall Street is all about money, and that's why I said a minute ago that they cared about the color green and not so much red and blue. History has shown us that Wall Street likes incumbency, and they like incumbency or incumbent candidates because they are known quantities. The tax codes are set, the policies are set. They sort of have gotten an understanding over the last 3 or 4 years as to how the president and his administration are going to handle things and how they respond to crises and monetary problems. It's a known quantity. They like that. It's a comfort zone for them. So anytime there's a change in control, especially in the White House, and we have a new administration come in, it creates some uncertainty. They don't really know what the new administration is going to do for the most part, but we can find some breadcrumbs here and there along the way. One of the things that Wall Street in general has liked about the Trump presidency is that he has done quite a few things that have driven the stock market upwards. And it's gone up because Wall Street's comfortable with a lot of the policies. He cut corporate taxes by a substantial amount. That's a big deal. Wall Street really likes that. He's reduced regulations, particularly those on small business, which allows us to operate a little more efficiently, increases profits, and really drives the economy forward. So some of the things he's done have been very, very popular with money people, the investment bankers and the folks that are really the big wigs on Wall Street. So they sort of have his track record down. They understand what he does from a monetary situation and monetary standpoint, and they like it. If you look at where the market was in 2016, the Dow was hovering around 18,000. It reached a high of about 30,000 before the pandemic hit us pretty hard. But even now, in the middle of a lot of uncertainty with regards to where we are and all the other problems we have in the country right now, the Dow was sitting around 25 or 26,000. So even after the effects of everything we've gone through this year, which have been substantial, we can look at market performance over this 3.5 year period of time pretty favorably. That was about 18,000, and it's grown to about 25,000, and it's hovering there now. We're in a trading zone, so by the time you watch this, maybe it's at 26,000, maybe it's at 24,000, but that's about where we are. So you're talking about a 40% increase over a fairly short period of time. Wall Street's been very comfortable with what the Trump administration has done with regards to fiscal policy. With the new administration, they aren't really sure, as I mentioned, what they're going to do, but we have some clues. Biden has already announced that he plans on raising the corporate tax rate from 21% to 28%. That's a pretty significant increase. You may look at it and go, well, it's only 7%, but it's over 30%. It's an over 30% increase. Wall Street won't like that. It's really too early to start making decisions, I think, about our investment strategy or our buy and sell orders or anything we want to do with our money at this point based upon what we hear on the news. It's late June, early July, and there's a lot of time in front of us before the election gets here. So I think the time that's going to be crucial for us to evaluate is between, say mid-August and mid-October. Wall Street will generally tell us what's going to happen in the presidential election, and they're just about always right. If we see a market that increases from mid-August to mid-October, there's a pretty good chance that the incumbent is going to win the election. If the market takes a nosedive or is trending downward between the middle of August and the middle of October, it's a pretty good chance that the incumbent's going to lose the election and Wall Street's gotten nervous about it. So we probably just need to keep our ear to the ground a little bit. Let's pay attention to what's going on, and we'll see in the next little while here which direction the market picks, and it's probably going to be a very, very good indicator as to which way the election is going to go. Again, there's a lot more to unpack here, so if you have questions or you want to talk about this a little more in depth, please feel free to contact me at the office or send me an email, and I'll be happy to have a conversation with you and try to shed some more light on the topic. Thanks for joining us, and really appreciate it.